Hi everyone, day 9. We are at day 9 and we are going to see what goodies are in the day 9 box here. So this is again a slightly larger box than the last couple. So let's open this up and let's see what Stampin' Up! Has put into this box for us to create with. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. Oh, okay, close this up. This looks like ephemera pieces and maybe some memory and more cards is what this looks like. All right, so yeah, these are the 3x4 memory and more cards. Oh, and they're double-sided. So the DSP was single-sided, but this memories and more are double-sided. This is really pretty. So this one is the blue, and then we've got the blue and yellow. Again, these match the papers. Oh, this matches the puffy stickers. This one goes much better with the puffy stickers than some of these other ones. That's really nice. Oh, we have sayings too. Wish you were here. I wonder. Let's go back. I don't think this is going to fit, but I'm just curious. So this is the dies that we opened. Nope, it's a different style. I thought maybe this might cut out those, but that's not going to work. Like I said, I'm keeping everything even after I've used it back in the box so I don't lose track of it. But wish you were here. That's a nice saying. It's a great day. That's another great saying. Oh, nice stripe. And then we have a pink stripe. Again, similar. This is one of the DSP papers. Oh, this has a nice scallop on it. That's really pretty. And then on the back side is blue. Then we've got the green. And then this has got like can put a sentiment or a focus image in there. Oh, nice daisies again. The same thing in pink. And then we've got a journaling card with bows, and then more bows and butterflies on that one. Oh, those are really nice. Those are great. Okay, so let's see about these little ephemera pieces. So we've got a tag. Oh, that's fun. They've done 3 different designs on that. So we've got more of the postage stamp. We've got a tag. We've got a flower. We've got a banner. And then we have a bunch of little ephemera pieces that match. So there's some cherries again to go along with those little puffy cherries. There's a little bird. Some bows. Again, more hearts. A couple of hearts there. Nice big butterfly. There's a strawberry, again, that matches the puffy stickers, and then some small flowers and leaves. All right, so this is really great. I think we have another project that we can make. There is a lot here to work with, and I think we can create something with this. So let me clean all this stuff up, and we're going to come back, and we are going to do a project with these memory and more cards, the ephemera, and some of the other pieces from this kit or this advent calendar. All right, let me go grab everything and I will be right back. All right, we have project for day 9. So I laid out all of the little pieces that came in the day 9 reveal. And one of the things that I don't know that I talked about is I love the fact that these memory and more cards really coordinate really nicely with the paper that we got on day 2. Like if you take this blue one, you can see this pattern really matches the pattern of the 6x6 paper. Or if you look at, say, this one, this piece, it really does go with some of the other patterns that are part of the, this one in particular, goes with the patterns of the DSP. So you can really mix and match these cards with the DSPs themselves and with solid cardstock. So I kind of wanted to point that out. The other thing is because they have images on both sides, there's also some really great cards that would work great with scrapbook layouts. Like this is a great journaling card. This would be a great like title or subtitle card. It's a great day. That would be great for a scrapbook page. And then this, again, could be used as a journaling card. So, I think there's a lot of usability in these besides cards themselves. And then obviously we've got all the little ephemera pieces that are part of this that are just so cute. And again, really tie in with not only the stamp set, but also with the papers and everything. Okay, so I am going to build another card today because I do find that those are going to be faster and easier than me doing a layout. I think as much as I like to do layouts, I feel like simplicity for this series makes sense. So I'm going to actually use this card or this base, and I just want to decide which way I want. Okay, so because the images they're not really oriented, but they are kind of oriented. Like I think it might look funny if I did it this direction versus this direction. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this that way. And then I do have a strip of the pink left over that I think would actually work really well. And I was hoping that I might be able to use one of the stamp sets from here. We've got the heart, and we have some of the flowers, some of the little flowers. But I was going to see if I could use the butterfly. And yeah, maybe I will do this. Sorry, I'm thinking on the fly here, and I probably should have planned this out better. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this butterfly and put that on a block. And I think what I want to do is I want to create some interest up here in the corner with a butterfly. So let's see. Let's go ahead and I think we will grab, I know these butterflies are pink and I'm just seeing what, do we have a center? Okay, so maybe we'll stick with the pink theme, and I believe we are Flirty Flamingo is the color. So we'll go ahead and grab that. I've lost my little sticker that tells me what the colorways are here, but we're going to grab the Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to go ahead. I've seasoned up my stamp. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sort of put this in this upper corner here. And then I think I'm going to do one more down here in this corner. Okay, so I think that is good. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that off. Sometimes I wish I had a sink in my craft room so that I don't have to always remember to get my chamois wet. I seem to always forget to get my chamois wet. Okay, so we're going to put that back. And then we're going to take the body of the butterfly and we are going to add that. And we will do that in the crushed curry shade. So grab that guy out and open it up, and we're going to put that, again, season that up, and we'll add that. That looks like I've got it on there a little bit crooked, so let's see if we can make that work. Okay, let's see. So, and like so, add that. Okay, so let's bring this back in. I think we'll move it over like that. Okay, I think that works. And maybe we'll add a flower or two. Maybe we'll add a blue flower. So we'll get maybe out the Misty Moonlight. Since we have a lot of blue in this, maybe we can add that flower. That's part of the stamp set and see if we like that. Again, this is only paper, so I always say don't overthink it because it's only paper, right? If you need to put another piece of paper on top of it because you don't like it, then you can do that. And I think we'll do second generation of this. So we're going to stamp off, and then we'll put like a flower right there, and we'll stamp off, and we'll put a flower right there, and maybe we'll do, oops, we'll do another one up here, and maybe another one sort of on this side. Okay, so I like that. I like that. And let's see. Got that. I think they need centers, so we're going to go grab the center, and we'll put that in crushed curry as well. So let's put this one away. Sorry, I'm flying by the seat of my pants with this one. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. I'm not really planning it out. Okay, so we'll add, actually we're going to do second generation of that as well, because I don't want it quite as bright. All right, and there we go. Okay, so clean that off, and then we'll see if we like how that looks. Again, I'm using an A2 size card, so you can always use a bigger card if you have a bigger card base than what I have. But again, I'm just using this stock that I have here in my craft room. Okay, I think that works. I think that works. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to make this easy. I'm going to put this on and then I'll just cut it off at the end. So I'm not going to put adhesive all the way down. I'm just going to line it up where I want it here, like so. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to just cut this off flush with that edge. All right. So that's done. Okay, so then I've got this piece here. And I do feel like I want to do something a little bit fun with this. So I think we're going to go back to that little technique that I used on day 3 with my gems. So I'm going to just grab a bit of my tape and we're going to add some bling to this. So I'm going to just put this at the bottom of this piece like that. And we're going to add some gems to this. I think we're fairly straight there. Again, trying to repeat some of the techniques that I've already shown you. All right, so we're gonna do this a little bit different, I think, this time. We're just gonna start placing them on this piece so that they are all right side up. I think either way kind of works. I think it's just a matter of ease and mess cleanup. And so what I'm just trying to do is get these stuck down and create a nice visual bling area here. So how many of you have been enjoying this series as I go through this process? Because this is going to be a little bit of time. It's not a big space, but it's going to take me a little bit. How many of you are enjoying this advent calendar? Are you enjoying the projects? What do you think about the stuff that's so far been revealed? Do you guys have any comments or any thoughts about how they did, Stampin' Up did with their first advent calendar? And would there be anything that you would change? Kind of curious what you guys think. I know that last time I looked at the advent calendar, they did still have them in stock. They have been moved. Oops, that one doesn't have a lot of glitter on it. We'll take that guy off. They have moved to the last chance section of the website, which makes sense because it's, Christmas. It's not on sale. It's still $99. But they obviously are not going to add any more stock after they sell out, which I kind of would have expected. It is a seasonal kind of item, so I wouldn't expect them to restock this. But so far, I think from a value perspective, I have been quite impressed with what we've gotten, because we're not getting like individual single things in these doors that we've opened. We're getting, I get a lot of big ones. I want some more little ones. We're not seeing, you know, super inexpensive, you know, 2 sheets of this, or, you know, 1 die, or that kind of thing. So I do think so far, from a value perspective, they did pretty good. Maybe we'll do that at the end. We'll do a add up what I think the value is of the items, to see if it's kind of in line with the cost, if you guys would be interested in that. Anyway, okay, we're almost to the end here. Sorry, this part is obviously the boring part. Okay, but we've got now that gems. We're going to just fold that adhesive that's kind of sticking out, but now we've got the gems. And we didn't make too much of a mess here. And sorry, got to clean this up before we make more of a mess. Okay, so now that we've got that, we need a sentiment. And so let's see what we've got in our little sentiment bag here. See if there's anything we like. Oh, that would certainly work. Let's see, maybe we go for a different shape this time. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that one. So we'll take this one. Now remember, I could also use the dies that we got in day 7 to make a sentiment section. So that's also a possibility. But I think I like this piece that is mirroring or going with the gold that I have down there. Okay, so let's see. What sentiment do we want to use here? So, thinking of you, for someone extra special, big thanks, birthday wishes. You know what? I think I'm going to do birthday wishes again, and we're going to use the fact that we cut this. We're going to do the same thing that we did on the last one. I do a lot of birthday cards. I don't have, or maybe we could do big thanks. Hold on, let's see. Big thanks. Now, I think we'll do birthday wishes. I don't have a lot of cards that are for May, you know, miss you and things like that. That's not really, like, I don't send a lot of those types of cards. So for me, it's birthday, it's thank you, it's congratulations. It's I do a few sympathy cards just to have them. Okay, I don't like that offset, so I think we're going to center that as best we can. Okay, I like that. And let's see, what color do we want to do this in? You know what? I think I'm going to go with the Flirty Flamingo. So we're going to do that. Something different. Blue is my favorite color, so I do tend to gravitate to blues, but I think this will be a nice option. Okay, birthday wishes. I probably could have put that a little closer together, but that's okay. All right. So put that away. So now that we've got that, and we've got this piece, I do feel, is that crooked? I feel like that it looks a little crooked. We're going to fix that. That's another reason why I don't use liquid glue, is that I tend to do things crooked. That looks crooked too. Sorry. But tape runner is always my friend when I need to lift things up. Okay, that, I don't know, for some reason I'm having a hard time. Let's see if we actually line it up with something, if I can make that work. Okay, all right. May still be a little crooked, but there we go. Okay, so now we're going to add this piece. I think we'll go ahead and put this just down flat, and we'll pop up the sentiment. So we're going to add this like so, and we'll add some dimensionals to this. And I think what we might want to do is go ahead and pull out our twine that we had. And again, I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, but I need to make bigger loops because this is a bigger piece. So I'm going to wrap this around my fingers like so. I'm going to see if that's big enough. That looks big enough. Cut that off. And then if I flip this over and I put another dimensional there, I can stick this directly on that dimensional. And then I can, this looks a little bit long. Let's cut that guy off. Okay, so we've got some movement behind it. So we'll go ahead and put this down like so. There we go. All right, and then we've got our pieces here. So I almost feel like this little blue bird might be really cute right here. So let's put that on a dimensional. Might have to cut this one in half because I'm not using the smaller dimensionals, the minis. Put that guy here. So I feel like this is a little long. Let's cut that. Like that. And then maybe, let's see, what else could we put on here? Trying to look for a different color. Yeah, that might work. Okay, this one, I think I'm just going to put adhesive on. We need a little bit of a dimension down here at the bottom. Put that down, that other half. I think we have a super duper card. I almost feel like I need a border around it. So I'm going to grab my pen. So I'm just, my Stampin' Up pen, and I'm going to draw a border around this. So I'm feeling like the border is a little bit plain. So we're going to add this as another piece of interest. Okay, so that's not the line I really wanted. There we go. That's a little better. Probably should have opened it up to do that. Okay, there we go. That's our final card. I think that border actually adds quite a lot. I'm glad I did that. Okay, so that is day 9 project. And I'm excited. I think there's a lot of things that we can do with the items from here. So hopefully we can work them into the next day's projects. So I will see you back here tomorrow for day 10. Have a great day, everyone.